Hey everyone, Cheese here. This hopefully short guide is going to cover how to make a bot for the Music Mania event currently going on, at least at the time of recording this, on Janitor AI. This is going to be split up into different sections of the video that you can flick between with a playback bar at the bottom of the video. So first I'm going to cover what Janitor AI is, then I'm going to cover what Music Mania is, and then I'm going to cover adding a bot to the Music Mania, not really challenge, yes, event, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so what is Janitor AI? The simple explanation, it is an AI chatbot-based website where you can freely go and basically chat with characters. You can type stuff down like normal, and then it will treat your character like whatever persona you're using. You can create multiple personas, by the way. You would treat it as your character saying that. If you hold down Shift and then press 8, you basically write everything with asterisks in front and behind it. It'll treat what your character is doing as an action / an emote. So, like, example is I could write, if I'm getting really sick of a character, I pick a gun off the floor and I shoot them.
I don't have time to trifle with the likes of you!
If you've ever heard about Character AI, Janitor AI is kind of similar, except Character AI has got a filter that makes it so whenever you do really super violent actions, over the top stuff, even if it's goofy, it'll block you from doing any more and say, like, come up with a warning, and also any not safe for work stuff, you know, smut, that kind of stuff. The filter also blocks that. Janitor AI doesn't have that. Okay, so now that I've gone and explained that, what is the Music Mania event? Well, as you can see, it started on August 4th and will end August 18th. And basically, the premise of this event is, create a bot like you can usually do, but then you're also going to go and add SoundCloud links to it so people can actually play music while talking to the bot. I'll give you a really good example. We're just going to scroll down here and click on this bot right here for Ghost, which is a character from one of the Call of Duty games. And right here you can see the SoundCloud link. If I were to click play on this, it would immediately start playing the song. A warning to anyone, this thing fires off at full volume, so be prepared and lower the volume of like your entire computer, because there is unfortunately on Janitor AI no volume slider whatsoever.
I'm sorry, I was so in the zone of...
Also, if the song doesn't play, it's probably not your computer glitching out, because SoundCloud has got this thing called SoundCloud Go. It's a subscription service, and they also have SoundCloud Go Plus, which is a more expensive version of the subscription service. If you do not have SoundCloud Go Plus, some songs on the SoundCloud's website will not play. So if you find a bot and you try and click play and the song doesn't play, it probably means that you don't have SoundCloud Go Plus. In that case, you're better off trying to look on YouTube to see if you can find the song there and play it instead. Okay, now that that's all out of the way and we know what the Music Mania event is, also for anyone who's clicked on the timestamp in the playback bar and who just wants to know how to create the bot, welcome back. We're going to do that right now. So, when creating a bot, what you want to go and do is immediately click Create a Character. Modifying a bot, unfortunately, will not work, because when creating a character, you want to scroll down, and this is what you want to go and click. Enter this character into the Music Mania event. And once you click this, this will pop up. This may seem a bit scary, but this actually tells you how to go and put the SoundCloud link in there. So let me just put a real quick cut in the video, and I'll get back to you once I have the SoundCloud website pulled up. Okay, so here we are on the SoundCloud website, and as you can see, right here, I have Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant already pulled up. This is the song that I used for the bot I'm still creating and plan to upload to the event. So, your first instinct may be just to go and click copy link. No, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to click on share. In fact, hold on, let me just switch this about so that I'm recording my entire screen, because there is going to be a pop-up here and we don't want to miss that. Okay, so now that I'm recording my entire screen, like I said, you don't want to click on copy link. What you want to do is you want to click share. And then you want to go to this tab here called embed, and this thing right here is the iframe code. So we're going to double click this, and then we're going to right click, and we're going to click copy. Then once that's done, we can click out of this with a click little cross. Then we go back over to Janitor AI, and then we paste the code right here. And if you do it correctly, this should show up. As you can see, if I click this, Electric Avenue by Eddie Grant will then play. However, when going and creating a bot, you will not be able to add a SoundCloud link like this into the bot and enter it into the Music Mania event unless you go and make a new bot, because the creators of Janitor AI don't want people half-arsing stuff and just getting one of the bots that they already created and just going and putting a SoundCloud link on that and just reposting and being like, yeah, this was totally a Music Mania bot. So, does that mean you need to create a bot completely from scratch? Kind of, because if we go back over to the rules of the event, so first of all, I actually should have covered this, well, I'm covering it now. The submission must be a minimum of 100 tokens, so you can't make a bot that has a really small amount of tokens. It has to be at least 100 in total, meaning you have to enter possibly like a somewhat detailed starting description for when the your like basically your chat with the bot starts, or maybe a decent personality. The submission it must contain new content. It can't be a repost of previously published content, which I just covered just then. Alternative content is allowed if the main content has been altered significantly enough from the to be different from the original content published. New scenario intro message, internal bot scripting. So this is I'll give you a really great example. Let's say you had Mario as a character you made, like Mario from the Nintendo games. If you just went and had Mario and reposted him again as Mario, but you just include the music, the Janitor AI, the creators of it, wouldn't like that. You'd have to make something different. You have to spice him up. So a great example is Mario, but he's hosting a giant disco party and you're invited. If you flesh out a bot really well like that, that's totally valid for this event right here. Of course, the next thing is the submission can't be copied, stolen, or forked content. Don't take other people's bots and say it's yours. That's really simple to understand. The submission must comply completely with the terms of service and community guidelines. In general, what they're saying is community guidelines involve stuff like, well, there's two types of bots on the site. There is limited and there is limitless. If it's limitless, you can not say the work stuff, but limitless stuff can't be done with any child characters or any characters under 18, and rightfully so. I think it should. I mean, that's like kind of common sense. So yeah, just follow those kind of guidelines. Also, a song must be included in the character bio section, like I showed you how to add it, and the song must not contain content that is harmful in violation of the community guidelines or terms of service. A great example: if you had a song that was basically throwing shade and completely attacking a certain group, let's say a completely utterly racist song, you couldn't include that. That wouldn't be allowed either. Okay, so now that I've covered all that, we're going to go back to the create character thing, because the last thing I wanted to mention is if you're panicking about creating a brand new character, or let's say you were creating a character for this Music Mania event, and you hadn't gone and clicked this check button, and then you already created the character, then what you can do pretty much is you just scroll down to every part where you've entered text, like around here, and you just hold down left click and you drag a box around, and then you just copy it and you paste it word for word into the text tabs for your new characters that you're creating, and just make an identical copy and never release your previous character. Also, the last thing I'm going to cover, and we're just going to go into my bots here, that I found out personally, is that if you go and create a brand new bot, the bot can be private at first before you make the bot public, because you have to make the bot public in order to have it entered into the event. You can't just have a private bot, because this one right here wouldn't count. In fact, I'm just going to go in and on the edit tab for this one I'm designing right here, which is basically that meme of, AI-generated wizards screwing up fast food places like McDonald's. So that's what it's meant to be, and the character's name is Dumbledore. So as you can see here, I've written quite a lot of stuff for the character's personality, the opening scenario, and the first message. And the reason why it's important to know that bots can be private before you make them public is until the event reaches its end date, you have that amount of time to get your friends involved or just do it yourself and, test the character. Like, if I were to just go into my characters again and click on this one and not edit it, I can continue the latest chat I had or start a new chat, which I'd very much recommend doing. Test your bot as much as you can, put it through different scenarios, do crazy scenarios, do realistic scenarios, do scenarios where you try and flirt with that if that's what your bot is meant to be about. And that is pretty much it. This entire guide here is almost going to come to a close. I hope it was useful. I hope it was helpful to you. Unfortunately, this guide is probably going to be released by the time that the entire event is almost over, or over at that point, because I still need to edit it. Which may make you ask, Cheese, why are you making this guide in the first place then? And the answer is, in case Janitor AI hosts this event again, we don't know, they could. And I want you, the person watching this, to be prepared. That being said though, I have said everything I needed to say about this entire guide. We're going to end it right here, because screw an outro, I'm not wasting any more of your time.